Let's suppose that you were able every night to dream any dream you wanted to dream. And that you could, for example, have the power within one night to dream 75 years of time, or any length of time you wanted to have. And you would naturally, as you began on this adventure of dreams, you would fulfill all your wishes. You would have every kind of pleasure, you see. And after several nights of 75 years of total pleasure each, you would say, well, that was pretty great. But now let's have a surprise. Let's have a dream which isn't under control. Well, something is going to happen to me that I don't know what it's going to be. And you would dig that and come out of that and say, wow, that was a close shave, wasn't it? And then you would get more and more adventurous, and you would make further and further out gambles as to what you would dream. And finally, you would dream where you are now.
God, you look beautiful, by the way.
Thank you.
You know, one of the first things that kind of struck me is how crazy two people from two different sides of the world could meet. How did it happen?
So I was living in Jordan at the time. I had studied abroad there, and then I decided to go back after I graduated. A friend of mine brought me to this very underground tasting room of this brewery that hadn't opened yet. I met Yazan in the tasting room.
It was just another night of me giving tours when I was living at the brewery. She came in at night. It was the last of the shift that night. She came in with a group of rock climbers.
And we became friends, and we were friends for probably 6 months and hung out a lot, and then we started dating, so.
What is love to you?
It's a hard question. I feel like it encompasses
No,
so much.
so keep it simple.
I mean, to me, it's partnership. I mean, I think it's about, Yazan always talks about sitting on each other's bench, and I mean, I think ultimately that's the goal, is to just like be with each other through it and support each other.
What is it that you like about Amy?
She's sweet. She's got a lot of amazing qualities to her, and we fit together very well. Anything that I lack, she has, and things that she's working on, I'm helping her with it. So we're a good team.
Very
I
nice.
think we'll have a very good life and very supportive family, and I think we'll be good parents together.
Oh my gosh.
The girls, chief bridesmaid is in front, the other bridesmaids.
It's a very small box.
I will meet you here. So guys, I will meet right here.
Oh yeah, so that's Wednesday and her 2 sons.
Right? So when the bread and wine come, you give them to Amy and to Yazan, right?
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And then you can give them to me, okay? And then yes,
Those lines, or
It's this handle, so remember
it's
it's
your
my
left
left
hand.
hand.
It's your left hand. Unless you become a Russian. it's
Amy, Kylene.
take you, yes,
Take you, Yazan.
as my husband.
As my husband. For better, for worse. For richer, for poorer. In sickness and in health.
All the days.
All the days of my life.
And then I'll say, well, God joins together, man must not, and I bless your hands. Right?
family members, friends. I know you all have traveled from the east and the west and joining us in this happy occasion. Pleasure of having the two families merging together. And I want to also say that we are gaining a daughter as of tomorrow, and you are gaining a son. And we're very happy to have you as part of our family. I have one piece of advice to Yazan. To make this marriage a success, whatever the wife says, you say yes, ma'am.
Book of love is long and boring. No one can lift a damn thing. It's full of charts and facts and figures and instructions for dancing. But I love it when you read to me, and you can read me anything. The book of love has music in it. In fact, that's where music comes from. Some of it's just transcendental. Some of it's just really dumb. But I love it when you sing to me, and you can sing me anything. The book of love is long and boring, and written very long ago. It's full of flowers and heart-shaped boxes and things we're all too young to know. But I love it when you give me things.
I take Amy Kylie as my wife, for better or for worse, for richer or for poorer, in sickness and in health, all the days of my life.
I, Amy Kylie, take you, Yazan, as my husband, for better or for worse, for richer or for poorer, in sickness and in health, all the days of my life.
What God joins together, man must not separate. And may the Lord confirm the consent you have given and enrich you with his blessings.
As a sign of our faithful love, in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
Yazan, wear this ring as a sign of a faithful love. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
written very long ago. It's full of flowers and heart-shaped boxes and things we're all too young to know.
Love it.
There's nothing you can do that can't be done. Nothing you can sing that can't be sung. There's nothing you can say that you can learn how to play the game. It's easy. Nothing you can make that can't be made. No one you can save that can't be saved. There's nothing you can do that you can learn how to be you. It's easy.
Banquets and parties. All right, guys, here we
Everybody who's not in the picture has to go inside.
Who's the photographer? I'm right here.
I'm right next to him.
All right, guys, you ready? Who's that Irish fella there? Perfect, thank you.
Thank you.
It was awesome. You've been working so hard, putting all this together. Jeez. I work maybe a few percent. I'm not gonna say numbers, I'm not an engineer. But she did a lot of the work, and I'm so impressed and lucky and happy. I want to do this once in my life, and I'm happy it's with you. If you don't all know, 8 is one of my favorite numbers, and today we had 4 groomsmen and bridesmaids. That's 8. And I would like to thank Amy Cunning's parents for helping us out with everything. Papa Doug, Mama Maddox. I'm really excited to celebrate today with all of you. Thank you all for coming. You made this day special for coming. Thank you so much. And I'm going to hand over this mic to my wife, Amy.
I just want to reiterate, Yazan and I are just blown away by all of the people that came to celebrate with us here. We're so happy that you're here. It's just the beginning of life, obviously, and also the party, so that's great. Besides thanking you and also thanking Yazan's parents for being so welcoming of me, someone, I mean, ajnabiya, like very foreign in more ways than one, and they've been nothing but kind and welcoming to me really since the beginning. So thank you to you guys. And then I also try not to cry anymore, but I just wanted to say that, so, sorry, I don't mean to make everyone cry, but it's an emotional day. So, those of you who know Yazan, which is most of you, know that he has not taken an easy path in pretty much like everything. And I would say I'm the same way. Like we choose our own paths, we make our own paths, and I think that's one of the things that's if I can say so myself, like really great about us. And I just want to tell you that I think us as a couple has also not taken an easy path here. I mean, like those of you who are part of early wedding planning know that like this is the probably like 12th iteration of the wedding. I'm so glad that it is the one that we ended up with. And it would not be the same without all of you here. But I just want Yazan to know that I'm still looking forward to continuing to not take the easy path. And I trust you. I trust you to the end of the world to make the right decisions and to be a partner to me. So I'm so excited to be starting my life together.
What if we run away? What if we left today? What if we said goodbye to safe and sound? What if it's hard to find? What if we lost our minds? What if we let them fall behind and never found? And when the lights start flashing like a photo booth and the stars exploding, we'll be fireproof. My youth is yours, tripping on skies, sipping waterfalls. My youth is yours, run away now and forever. My youth is yours, the truth's too loud, you can't ignore my youth. My youth is yours. My youth is yours. My youth is yours.
so much. I'm really happy for you. As most of you know already, Yazan and I have been friends for like 20 years or so. It's a long time. a lot of good things happen. Some maybe not very pleasant events, but mainly good things. We actually never fight, that's the interesting part. Well, only when we pay the bill, of course. We fight hard now. Well, it took us a couple of days, took us 45 minutes to settle down the bill. But I paid, I won the battle. Really, what I want to share with everyone is probably doesn't know it, but he's not only a friend to me, he's much more than that. He made an impact on my life. Like, I've made important decisions just because of his influence. He has that strong energy inside him, you know? He changes people. And to me, this is a true definition of friendship, you know, when you bring changes, positive changes to people. So, thanks. Cheers. Oh, it feels like I'm the one getting married to you, right? Amy, you're the most loving person in it. Take care of this guy. Make his dreams become true. Not all of them, but most of them. That makes sense, you know what I mean? Auntie, Amo, brother, you're my family. Cheers to everyone.
I had two images in my mind, and these are when Amy Kylie was very young. Okay, one was that her favorite mode of transport was on my shoulders, and I thought, thank God, okay, this is not part of today's ceremony. So I had that image. Other image, though, was actually probably more telling, and that is that when she was very young, probably 2 or 3. We were out feeding the ducks in Nuremberg, Germany, this place where we were based, right? And it became obvious very early that she was going to throw herself in every task, okay? Because at this moment, you know, we were throwing breadcrumbs into the pond, and 1 or 2 brave ducks came up, and that wasn't sufficient. So she really wound up and threw this bread, lost her balance, and fell into the pond. So that should have been an early indication that when she gets something in her mind, and this is important for you to pick up on, when she gets something in her mind, she's going to sort of throw her whole self into this, okay? And nothing's going to be sufficient until she gets it done. Well, look. This is a very special day for you. Those were the 2 images I had as you were holding my hand and I was holding your arm very tightly, and we walked that last sort of 50 feet. So raise a glass. Or multiple glasses. Any glass. Okay. Congratulations.
And I knew, and I've told people this before, that I was having a girl. And I knew she was going to be born on Valentine's Day. What I didn't know was that this girl was going to be a remarkable girl and become a remarkable woman. When she was about 2 or 2 and a half, we were in Germany, and her dad is a cavalry officer, and for those of you who don't know, cavalry officers, of course, are the best. They're out in front, and they ride horses. And at 2, Amy Kelly knew that. And Dad had a beer with a guy on a horse on it, and she said, "Is he a cavalry officer?" And her father jumped up and said, "Did you see that? Did you see that? That's deductive reasoning." And I was like, yeah, of course. Then when she was 5, and Kathleen really loved this story, it was, you know, dental hygiene day, and being a little bossy as I understood she was out there. Assertive. There was one boy taunting another boy with his tube of toothpaste, so maybe Kathleen stepped in and took that toothpaste away from him. It happened to be the boy who was the son of the teacher's aide. who then wanted that tube of toothpaste back. And Amy Kathleen told her that she looked for it and she couldn't find it, but she said, but I'll buy him another one. So then they accused my daughter of lying. It was this whole big thing. We eventually resolved it, and as I was driving her home, she looked at me and she said, Mommy, if you were me, would you have done the same thing? And that's when Aunt Kathleen said, do you understand what stage of Colbert's moral development that is?
Going down, I'm yelling timber. You better move, you better dance. Let's make a night you won't remember. I'll be the one you won't forget. Ooh.